If you're over 40 and you've ever thought, I wish I had another way to make money, but I don't want to start my entire life over, I want to talk to you for the next few minutes because I'm 42 and I've already built a successful business once. I was making over $100,000 a year. I've left a career that I spent 15 years building. One of the income streams that I built and I spent years doing so, I had it taken from me overnight. And that experience changed the way I think about making money. I spent 15 years as a registered nurse working 12-hour shifts every other weekend. I missed family events and I worked around someone else's schedule. And eventually I realized something. I didn't just want extra money. I wanted more control over my time. And so I started looking for other options. And that's when I got into network marketing. And let's be really clear about something. You may have heard people tell stories about how they tried MLMs and it didn't work for them. That's not my story. I actually built a successful business in Melaleuca. At my peak, I made over $100,000 a year. And that income is what allowed me to walk away from nursing. So network marketing did completely change my career and my life. It gave me something that my nursing career couldn't give me, which was freedom. But then something happened that changed the way I looked at network marketing forever. I had started a business in the travel space, and Melaleuca had a policy that didn't allow me to operate two multi-level marketing businesses at the same time. And here's the thing that still sticks with me. I was willing to shut down the travel business and stay with Melaleuca, but I was not given that option. My business was snatched away from me and shut down. And just like that, the business that I worked so hard to build was gone. The relationships, the customers, the team members, the income, finito, gone. The time, the effort, gone. And that was a hard lesson. Not because I had failed, because I didn't. I had actually built something very successful, but I realized something I had never thought of before. You can work incredibly hard to build an income stream and still don't have complete control over it. That changed the questions that I was going to ask. So instead of asking what's the next income opportunity, I started asking what skills can I learn that actually belong to me? What skills can I learn that's not completely dependent on one company? What happens if one platform changes its rules? What happens if a company changes its policies? What happens if the opportunity disappears? I don't ever want to be in that position ever again. So that's why I absolutely love digital marketing. Now, when I say digital marketing, I'm not talking about something that's just going to make you money overnight. I'm talking about learning real skills, learning how to create content, learning how to market, learning how to build an audience, learning how to sell digital products, learning how affiliate marketing works, learning how to use automations, and learning how to create multiple income streams just using the internet. And because of this, I've learned that your skill set is an asset. The company can change, the platform can change, the algorithm can change. But if you know how to market, you can take that skill anywhere. And if you're over 40, I want you to hear this part. You are not starting at zero. You already have decades of experience. You have solved problems. You have worked with people. You've dealt with difficult situations. You've learned how to communicate. You've learned how to show up when you're tired. You probably learn more in life than you give yourself credit for. The technology might be new, but learning isn't new to you. I'm not naturally tech savvy and I do not have a marketing degree, and I didn't grow up learning how to create an online business. I've learned by watching training videos one step at a time. I'll watch for a couple minutes, I'll pause, I'll take notes. I might do exactly what it told me to do. If I need to rewind, I do that too. But the fact is, I can do that as much as I need to do it until I master that step. And that's the best part about it, because you don't need to know everything before you start. You just got to be willing to learn and take the next step. And for me personally, guess what? That learning started producing results. One of my best weeks of doing this has been over 7,000 in a week. And I'm sharing that with you just for one reason only. Not to say that you're going to have a $7,000 week just starting out, but just to say that there is so much that's possible here. Building a business takes work. And also, I want you to understand that starting over at 40 doesn't mean that we're starting at zero. I had years of experience. I've already learned how to start a business, but I was able to bring all of those skills right over here to help me build my digital business and apply those skills in a different way. And my goal today isn't build one stream of income and hope it sticks around and lasts forever, but to continue to build multiple streams of income. And you know I ain't trying to work 16 hours a day now. These multiple streams is because I still want freedom and more choices. I also get the beautiful privilege of homeschooling my youngest two children. I want to be able to work around my life instead of building my entire life around work. And just being able to build something that I have control over. And that's why I believe so strongly in digital marketing. You're not just learning how to market and sell one product. You're learning a skill, and then you can turn around and use that skill to market and sell your own product. But mind you, I don't have a problem selling other people's products. I love affiliate marketing. I love service-based businesses. I like that I can create content and get paid. There's just so many directions you can take here. The skills you learn here travels with you, and that's something I value more than ever. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Danielle, I don't even know where to start. I understand, I was there too, but you don't have to figure this out all alone. That's why I created my community, Live at Your Pace. Inside, you'll learn digital marketing, content creation, online business, and other streams of income in there that you can utilize. In my community, there's former corporate professionals, nurses, stay-at-home moms, parents, just true beginners. Others who are just tired of the traditional way of doing things. And you don't have to move at someone else's speed or schedule. That's why my community is called Live at Your Pace. So if you're over 40 and you're thinking like maybe it's too late, I want you to remember something. You're not starting at zero. You're able to utilize your life experience that you already have. You're starting off with wisdom and all the things you've learned through life. You're not completely reinventing yourself. You don't need to do that. You're simply just learning a new skill and building on to what you already know. That's what I'm doing, and I want to help others do the same thing. Because after everything that I have experienced, I don't just want one income stream. I want options, and I want you to have options too. I'll leave my community link down in the description if you want to come join. No pressure, no obligation. Just come see what we're doing. Come learn some things, ask some questions, see if it's a fit for you. Because your time is valuable, your experience is valuable. And 40 is not the end of your story. It might actually be the beginning of your best chapter.